Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope all of you are doing good. My name is Wanjala John, a senior trainer with Africa 118 in collaboration with Google Digital Skills for Africa. I'm being joined in with my able moderator, that is Evans Rabare, and also Winnie Anastasia has just joined us. So feel free, guys, to tell us if you're able to see my screen clearly on where you are, and also I'll be in a position to know and just say hi to all of you. So just confirm on the chat box if you are able to see my screen, and also if you are able to hear me loud and clear, so that we can begin our webinar today. So I just want to see confirmation, and just to introduce yourself, tell us where you're joining us from, and I'll be glad to proceed. Feel free, and okay, fine. So I was just getting a confirmation, and if you are able to see me, and also if you are able to hear me. So feel free, guys. Let us know where you are joining us. Tell us your name, and also just let your colleagues who are purposing to attend this particular webinar to know that we've begun, and we want to see how best as business people we can use marketing tools and social media to grow our businesses online. So I just want to start with a very easy, quick exercise here. And when you're talking about this, I want you people to just in the range of 1 to 5, tell me how are your energy levels at this particular moment. Is it at 5 being the maximum and 1 being the least? So just hit us up on the chat box. If you do not know where the chat box is, look at your YouTube video and look at it on the downside, on the right hand side. You'll be able to see where the chat box is. Just try say your name, tell us where you're joining us from, and just say even a word so that I can know I'm able to see you, and also just say hi to me, and I'll be able to proceed. So I'll just give a couple of minutes to see the responses that we are getting, and then from there we'll be able to start our webinar. So I'm just as a heads up, pay attention to some of the links that my moderators will be sharing with you. Towards the end, we will have a link to certificate that we will be able to share with you, and be able to just fill it up and get your certificate. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I want us to begin our webinar. I don't know if you have problems locating the chat box. I still want to wait for the first person to make a comment, and I'll be able to proceed. Just a couple of minutes before we begin. Until I see a comment on the chat box, I think we will be able to proceed, so that I can be sure that I'm being heard clearly, and also you are able to follow up with this particular discussion. Continue engaging with my moderators on the chat, and we'll be glad. Okay, nice. Thank you. I see the same thing as I do on all my sessions. I big up the first people on the chat box. So when I see Alice joining, and also see Mary Mbugua from Kajiado, thank you very much for joining. That is just a confirmation that I'm having people who can at least locate the chat box and say hi to me. So feel free also to share it out with your friends and colleagues who are supposed to be in this particular webinar, and then I'll be glad to proceed. So without further ado, I think we can start with our session. We are going to discuss more on how to use marketing tools and social media to grow your business. I know every time when we talk about marketing tools, you ask yourself, which is the perfect tool for my business? And then on the other side, also, the moment we mention social media, I don't know what comes to your mind. So the key takeaway from this particular session is going to be, as a business person, do you understand what are the available marketing tools in the market for your use? And then also, when you are on the social media platform, what are some of the key things that you're supposed to do so that you can get the best out of that particular platform? So today I want us to focus our discussion on three main agendas. And number one is just going to see how to set up and optimize your Google My Business listing. And then the second thing is how to plan your digital marketing strategy. And then lastly is how to leverage social media channels and email marketing. So when you're talking about all these, you need to ask yourself, how best can I optimize my Google My Business listing? And how best can I just have the digital marketing strategy for my business? And then how would you also use that in accordance with the social media that we are supposed to be using? So I see Nancy Gadenga from Rwaka. Thank you very much, Nancy, for joining us. And feel free to tell us on the chat box. Have you ever had any experience with Google My Business listing? Or have you ever had an experience with digital marketing strategy? And then lastly, which social media platform do you use? Let me start with a question here. Which marketing tools do you currently use? Which marketing tools do you currently use? As a business person, I know there are very tools of marketing that are available and accessible to you. So feel free, tell us on the chat box, which marketing tool do you currently use? And the moment you just share that with us, I will be in a position to understand those people who are joining us today. What are some of the challenges? What are some of the things that you've been making sure that are in place or are in order before you start your marketing exercise? And as you do that, I want to start with our first discussion, that is how to set up and optimize your GMB listing. So let me just ask, have you ever heard of a Google My Business listing? That is what we refer as an acronym of GMB listing. How do you set it up and how do you optimize it? So setting it up is one thing, and then optimization is another. So when we are talking about setting up, what are we looking at? When we are talking about optimizing, what are we considering? And I'm going to walk you through some of the steps. I'm going to tell you what Google My Business is. And then after that, I'm going to show you practically how best do you need to go about this particular platform. I see some of your responses on the chat. I see Margaret saying from Rockhopper African Safaris from Nairobi. Thank you very much. And then I see Alice saying she uses social media like Facebook and Instagram. Those are nice sites to use. And Nancy, you use also Facebook and Instagram. Nice sharing that. And then keep your responses coming in, and then I'll be glad just to know how to proceed with this. Let me start. So when you're talking about Google My Business, most of the time, the moment anyone hears the word Google, you just know it is about the search. But there is more about Google than the search that all of you are used to. So when you're talking about Google My Business, number one thing you need to understand, it is a free tool that lets you manage how your business appears on Google search and on Google Maps. So anytime you hear somebody ask about Google My Business, it means, yes, I'm Googling it. Is it available on the search results? And also, is it available on the maps? The number one thing as a business person you'll ask, how much does it cost? It is basically a free tool. So when you're talking about Google My Business. This is a free tool for you. So this is tool number one. Before you start even thinking about some of the marketing tools as a business person, this is number one thing that you're supposed to get. So always ask yourself, am I on Google My Business? And how will you know if you are on Google My Business? Stay tuned and I'll be able to show you if you are on Google My Business or not. Meanwhile, as I'll be doing that, just feel free, if you own a business, drop the name on the chat and I'll be able to use that as an example in our practical session. So just drop the name of your business on the chat and I'll be able to see if it is on Google My Business listing, or if it is on Google search or on Google Maps. So I'll be able to show you how do I know if I, the business owner, my business is online or it is not. Having said that, I just want to give you some of the things that you will get when you're now on Google My Business. Number one, you are in a position to attract customers with great business profile. So if you are on Google My Business, you can easily moderate, or maybe, for lack of better word, decorate and make your business profile look attractive. So people will see the pictures, people will see the maps, people will see the reviews, and people can easily see the engagements that you're having. It can also go an extra mile to show you the time of the day that people usually interact with you. And also the second thing, it gives customers more ways to reach you. So customers, what are they doing? How are they going to reach you? So when you are doing this, you will be in a position to see how many people are here. How many people have ever visited this place? What have you seen? What are some of the things that you need to consider? So looking at that, you will be in a position to make a decision before you visit that particular location. And then lastly, you find that you can also see how many customers have connected with you with your business. So either through clicks, or either through calls, or through bookings, also so many of the action points that you have with your business. So those are some of the ways that you can engage with customers for free. Remember, it's a free tool. So you can easily attract so many people by just making good use of this free tool. I usually tell every business person, before you start asking, where am I going to put this capital? Just have all the basics right. And having the basic is meaning the bare minimum. Before you take your business online, have you exhausted the free tools available? It's like I'm telling you, the air we breathe is free. So there is nobody who is going to sell for you oxygen to breathe, because God gave it to us for free. So as a business person, these tools which are online and are free are the basic minimum. So number one thing that as a business you're supposed to do, always make sure you have a Google My Business listing. You'll be able to engage with your customers. And just to walk you through, how do you set it up? That was our key discussion. Just before I go to this, let me see if there are names coming in. And I see Nancy Banks collection. I will look at that. Nancy Banks collection. Nancy Banks collection. That is the first business. I usually take note of those who just be the first to comment. So Nancy, I see Nancy Banks collection. I will show you if it is on Google Maps or on Google search by just doing a quick search, Nancy Banks collection. And then the second one is I've gotten the results. I'll share with you in a few. I was just looking at one so that I can get an example that we have. I also see Favor Tours and Travels. These are tourism, Favor Tours and Travels. I know with tourism favors, tours and travel. Favors, tours and travel. Just see. Yes, I see Favors Tours and Travel. You are on Google My Business, and I don't know if you are aware about that. though I'll show you what it means. And then Mary Mbugwa, you say on GMB as Vivify Incubation International. Vivify. I'll show you all these results. Vivify Incubation International. International, that's the name. International. Nice. I can also see Vivi Incubation International on Google My Business. So thank you for your responses, and I'll be able to share with you some of the results that I'm getting, and also see how best can you optimize it so that you can get the best out of this particular webinar. So just to proceed, for those who do not have, and that is, I've not seen Nancy Banks. So Nancy Banks, you are not on Google, on Google My Business. So for those who are same as Nancy Banks, what is the process of adding a business to Google? Number one thing, you need to have your business name. The same way they've just given me the names, that is the unique identifier of their particular businesses online. The second thing, you need to know your category. Which business category are you in? For favors and tours and travels, without even struggling, you can easily just know this is a tours and travel category. So they're dealing with that. And then add your location. Where are you located? And then the fourth thing you need to do, you need to add your contact details. After that, you finish and manage your listing. So once you do that, you'll be in a position now to take you yourself to your last stage. And here's where we talk about verification. So when it takes you to verification part, you need now to reach out to us as Africa 118 so that we can assist you in verification. And how do you get in touch with us if you want to be verified? My moderator will be posting that to you. So what you need to do, once you've registered on Google My Business, you need to type in, just go to gmb.africa118.com. So once you've fed in your business name, you've fed in the category, you've fed in the location, you've put in your contact details, now it comes to verification part. You'll not be in a position to verify. And that's where we come in. So what you need to do as a business person, just type in your web browser gmb.africa118.com, and then you'll be able to get to a landing page. I will show you how to do that, and you can request for a call back, and then our call center agent will just get in touch with you, assist you, and have your business verified immediately, and you'll be up on Google My Business as a business. Having said that, I don't know if you people have got questions. Feel free to ask any question. My moderator will be in a position to respond to them, and then we will be able to proceed. Before I share some of the statistics, I want now to show you what I was doing at as I was just checking your businesses. Let me show you what I was doing. Just confirm on the screen if you are able to see my screen. I know it is small, but I will zoom in. So we did start our search with Nancy. So Nancy, your business was Nancy Banks. Sorry, I typed in wrongly. Nancy Banks Collection. So when I look at Nancy Banks Collection, I can easily, that's the first thing I will do. I don't know about what you deal with. I know nothing. So Nancy, who has joined us today, you'll see, I'll see your posts on Facebook. I will not go to that. I will look at Nancy Banks Collection Facebook page, and I'll now just look at it. And if you want to see if you are on Google My Business, you can look at the right-hand side of this particular listing. So Nancy, I can only see you have presence on Facebook, and I remember you did say you do market on Facebook and Instagram, so I can easily see, and I can also see some of the images that you've either posted, and I can look at it, And by doing this, in case I want to get in touch with you, I might struggle to even know what time is it open, how many people have ever visited you. And because you've done this, you are at a step higher. That is the social media marketing that you are in. But now as a Google My Business, what are you supposed to do? Look at this. We have the all section here. If you do any search, you see the first option is all. So Google goes through everything to look at your business. So it has gone through everything, and this is the results that it has received. The second thing are the images there. So the images that have been found for Nancy, which are well optimized, are these. These are the images. Then, if I look at these images, will I come to your business? That's the question you need to ask yourself as a business. Any news, I'm not in a position to tell. If I click on news, let me see where it will take me. There is no any news related to that. So I'll come back to all. Have you uploaded any video as Nancy Banks collection? I'll look at that and I'll see this is the video that you did at the International Youth IYF Thika Youth Organization. These are some of the videos that you've ever uploaded online. So I can easily check some of the videos that you've ever dealt with and be there. Are you on the maps? That is another thing that I can do just to get a quick check. Looking at Nancy, I do not find you on the maps. I'll find NCBA, which is around Two Rivers Mall, and also I see NCBA, CBN. So which means you are lacking on the maps. I cannot tell where you are. And more, if I click on more. So as a business, have you ever written books and you've mentioned Nancy? Have you done anything financial related and it has mentioned Nancy Banks? That is how, as a business, we do analyze any particular business before we engage with. Let me now come to favors, tours, and travel. If you look at favors, let me try minimize. Nancy, you can look at favors. If I just enter favors, tours, and travel, you can see the right hand side. Yes, favor has a Facebook, and you can easily see the rating is 5.5, and you can see what it has done. So this particular listing here, but favors again, I can only see the map where you are located. It is a tour agency in Nairobi. It's along Westlands Road. If I zoom in, I'll get to see it. So this particular listing is what we refer as Google My Business. I can see the address where it is located. It is at the Royal Court, Nairobi Road, Nairobi. And right now it is open and it is being closed at 5 p.m. And if I want to see what time they do operate, from today's Thursday, I see they do open at 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I can easily see until Sundays they are not in operation. So if I want to make my visit there, I can easily do that. And this is the phone number. And if I scroll down, I can easily see any other activity about that. I can only see they have 2 reviews, which is not that good. And what people do say here, you've only shared reviews twice. Somebody said positive, professionalism, punctuality, and then also I see positive. So do you think these reviews will trigger somebody to come to your particular business? But the good thing, you are already on favor on Google My Listing, and now you are going to the next stage of how best do you optimize it. Now, when I look at Vivify Incubation International, if you look at this also, Vivify, you can see it's a business hub. You can see Mary Mbugua Vivify. You can see LinkedIn profile. Those are the things which are well optimized that are showing on top. And when you scroll here, you can see their address. They are located along Langata Road. And then right now they do open at 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and I can be able to plan my journey. They've uploaded one photo here. This is their logo. They've tried that, and this is the view where they're located. Let me assume so, but you are subject to correction. And then how many reviews? Let me check on that. Be the first review. They do not have any review, but the good thing, you are here. And now, when you do this, that is now what we refer as Google My Business. For those who are joining us, kindly, let me just show you something here. I was doing a quick test. All of you might have known Garden City Mall. And when you do the Garden City and enter here, you'll find it will give you the results. And these results are here. For those who have ever been along Thika Road, you've ever seen the Garden City. So you can see how many reviews are there. 16,349, which is still too low for a mall, but it is at least a good number. And then you can see the photos which are here. You can see where it is located. There is the homeland. There is where the Garden City is. And I can easily look at it, scroll down. There is the address, and it can show you what time did you visit it. And then also there's a question and answer. I love them all. It brought up my spirits. So you can easily suggest some questions and be able to be answered as a business. And then again, when I scroll down, I can look at the popular times of the day. If I want to visit that particular place and I don't want it to be crowded, what time is it best for me to plan my visit? I can easily look at that and be able to make a decision. And some of the reviews are here. You can just click on them and be able to look at some of the people's reviews that have been rated. So having a rating of 4.5 out of 5 out of the 16,000 reviews. You see, people were there, they took photos, some of them giving it 5 stars, saying very strategic, placed along Thika Road, almost everything under one roof. Those are some of the things when you look at that, then it intrigues you to have that particular visit. Having said that, guys, I now want to show you how do you add a business listing. So when you want to add a business listing, what you need to do is very simple. Just open up your browser, come to your account, go to the 9 dots, locate where the Google My Business is. Anybody with a Gmail, you'll be able to get this Google product. Click on it, and then it will take you to a page like this. If you do have accounts, it will show you. And then the process that I was talking about, you say add a business. It's a single business that you're adding. Now you type in the name. I can easily say free test. Let me just say my business is called free test. And then I will go to next. Then the category, I can easily say I'm a fashion designer. So I'll type in fashion designer, go to next. Then do you want to add location? Yes, I can add my location so that I can show on Google Maps. I will say I'm at Westlands. Let me say Rainbow Towers, Udidi Road, Westlands. Then the city is Nairobi, where I'm located. Then I go to next. Then it will bring me any other particular business that is online that is also located at that particular building. So if I'm the one who was doing this test, I will choose that and go ahead. But if I'm not, I'll say none, and I'll go to next. Then it will bring me to the location. So here's where you are supposed to locate the pin so that it appears on the right side that your business is located. Then you choose, do you serve customers? You say yes. Then next. Then these service area options are any other areas that you do serve. This is optional, though it will also assist people who are not located in Nairobi. Do you serve people in Kajiado? Do you serve people in Machakos? So if you do, you can easily enter those options here and then proceed to next. And then here is where you enter your phone number. Let me just say 123 123. And then if you have a website, the good thing, you can insert your website there. If you don't have a website, you can easily get a free one-pager website using Google My Business, and then tap to next, and then it will bring you to finish and manage your listing. So when you do this, you would have reached the last stage of that particular business of setting it up. And then once you come to that, what you need to do is to be verified. And that is why I said you now come to your browser and type gmb.africa118.com. Once you type that, you'll get this particular image, and then it will be requesting to fill this information. Fill in your name. You can just say your name here. Then phone number, you can easily put your phone number. And then email, if you have your email, you can include your email here. and then message, you say, I have, you now type your message, I have set up a Google My Business and need verification of it. As simple as such, only those particular, and then you hit the submit button. Once you hit the submit button, our call center will receive that information and they will be in a position to call you. And then it will tell you, thank you for reaching out. We will call you back within 24 hours. So you'll find these are the advantages that you'll get. You'll be able to engage with your customers, even find new ones. And that is how you get your listing verified. Having said that, guys, I don't know, is it helpful to you? So you can feel free to ask any questions. And Nancy, you weren't able to verify. I've showed you how you can verify your account. And how can you do that? You can just type in on your browser gnb.africa118.com and then fill in your details. Say you are looking for verification, and then you'll be able to be assisted by our call center agent. Is that okay? So just try, do that, and you'll be able to get the best. So feel free and just share that with us, and we'll be able to assist you in verification. If you have any question, guys, feel free to share it with us, and we will be glad to proceed. Any question? And if you have anything that is not clear, feel free to let us know. Any question? So that I can now go to the numbers section. Thank you for your questions. I think I can now proceed to the numbers. So when we're talking about numbers, and we need just to understand what numbers look like. I know every business is asking about numbers, 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 numbers. So do you know, if you are listing, you've seen how Vivi International was, you've seen Favor, he's on business, or they're on business, Google My Business, but they have not fully optimized. How do you now optimize it? So if you optimize it, you'll find 2.7 times likely to be considered reputable. It's just like a Facebook page. You can imagine you're having a Facebook page with no image. That is the same as having a Google My Business with no image. And then if you have also clicks, so if you have your profile more complete, for those who have access to Google My Business, you'll find that you can easily have the percentage of work done on that particular site. So it will show you aggressively. If you finish something, the percentage will increase. So try as much as possible and get to 100%. Now, how do you optimize it? This is the question. Make sure you've logged in into your account using the account that you opened the profile with. The second thing, the thing that I was doing was just to search for your business on Google. How do you see? We've done that for Nancy Banks. We've done that for Favor. What did you see? You've seen what other people will be seeing. And then lastly, you also need to update the information that is very important to other customers, and then create posts and also create promotions. So you can easily tell people, I have a promotion, you have offers, and all those available things are there on Google My Business. And then also you need to add photos. You can easily add a photo, either an exterior photo, a 360-degree photo, or an interior photo, and also a logo. And then view and respond the reviews that people give. There are some businesses who don't even respond to reviews that customers leave. You can imagine, I do want to make some reservations, and you find that you are in a position to get a lot of reviews, but you're not having some feedback. That will be a blow on you. So you need to make sure that every time you are on that particular listing, you need to at least Do what? Respond to people's reviews. So, how do you add a good photo? This is a question that so many people ask. Always add a logo. You can upload, and kindly, a photo is as good as the quality. I see some pictures up from business people, and I usually ask, is it that you don't know that this picture looks good or bad? Or is it that you're trying the internet? People can easily say, I'm not buying from you because you even do not have a quality image. So how can I buy something that I never saw clearly? And that's why we usually tell people, if you are doing marketing, pick the best of the best. That is why you can easily ask some of your closer decision makers, which picture should we put up there so that it can get us more customers. So if it's a logo, let it be of good quality. If it's a cover photo, if it's the additional photos that you are adding, let them be those kind of photos that will convince somebody that they will be in a position to get to that particular level of satisfaction. Then remember, I was checking the update of business hours, and then adding more business information. All this information, when you are setting up your Google My Business, you'll be in a position to just feed them slowly by slowly so that you can have it fully optimized. And then this is the thing that I usually tell most people. Make sure after having this is the basic minimum. Mark you, this thing is free. So one thing that you need to do, always understand and discover industry trends and customer preferences. So if you understand their customer preference, it will mean you'll be in a position to get it right. Identify, how do you stand out when you do your search on Google? How different is your profile from your competitor? How do you understand the services that you're offering to your customers? And then learn from the successes and mistakes that people are doing. Don't just do the same mistake that your competitor did the other day, and then you say, I never thought I would face the same results as him or her. And then also this enables you to make informed decision. So when we are talking about Google My Business, ask yourself, am I getting it right? So when you're doing all this, feel free to get in touch with us. Feel free to coordinate with my moderator, Evans, and he will be in a position just to respond to some of the concerns that you're having on Google My Business. Guess what, guys? Just after all those few steps that I've shown you, you should be up and running on Google My Business. And the moment somebody asks you, which business are you doing? You can easily just tell them, Google me up, and you'll find my business there. You'll get the hours that we operate. You'll get what I deal with. You'll see some of the good photos that we've ever dealt with, and you'll be in a position to make a good return out of that particular marketing tool. Keep your questions coming in. And now we've gone to the first tool. Now I want us to discuss now how to plan your digital marketing strategy. How do you do that? How do you plan your digital marketing strategy? How do you get it right? If you're planning to have kind of a competition with your opponents, you cannot just walk in. It's like during the old days to play soccer. You'll find either people are very psyched up, and they say, I want to do this and that. So one thing that you need to do, you need to make sure you have a strategy in anything you do. If you want to defeat your opponent, you look, what are the weak points? What are my strongholds? So that I can know how I can maximize on my strongholds so that I can get it best. What type of marketing have you ever used before? Hit us up on the chat, guys, and I'll be able to look at some of the responses. What are some of the marketing tools that you've ever used before? And this thing, staying tuned, because I'm going to share some of the tools that are also free for your use at this particular juncture, the moment we finish this discussion. So just look at this. Looking at this image, what comes to your mind? We are talking about traditional marketing. We have newspapers and magazines there. We can see the billboards. We can see the televisions there, and also some of the radio stations that are familiar to some of you. But when you look at all this, I don't know. Let me get this response on the chat. How much does it cost to have a paragraph of 1,000 words on newspaper? Anyone? I know, sorry to mention this. So feel free to kindly do what? Tell us on the chat. How much have you ever paid to have your advert on newspaper with 1,000 words? Anybody with an idea? I'll be able to respond to you. Anyone? And as you do that, guys, I'll just want to see. I just want to see what your responses are. And then some of the digital marketing that we have, we either have search engine marketing, we have display ads that you're seeing there, we have also video ads, we have search ads, and I'm just going to show you what we mean with some of the search ads when you are doing a search, and also some of the video ads when you are on YouTube, and some of the display ads when you are browsing on other particular platforms. So you'll find that display ads that are just trying to do marketing. And just to weigh the two between traditional marketing and digital marketing, which one is better for you as a business? You look at some of the big differences, you find that digital marketing spreads so fast. It spreads so fast. And I usually use this example. You can imagine right now, we have we have a concert happening in Kenya, and then there's this artist who is coming, who is an international artist. We found that time where Chris Brown was coming to Kenya, and every place it was hyped, Chris Brown is coming to Kenya. So many people were like, this is the first time this artist is coming to Kenya. So let us get to see how many people will join this particular event. So tickets were being sold online everywhere, here and there. And before the artist would arrive in Kenya, the organizers of the event would have known how many people are we expecting. Are we making any proper arrangement so that we do not have a backfall? So you find that so many people made their way to Mombasa, but some people were not able to. So those who are not able to, they were able to follow all that up on YouTube or on some of the online platforms that we have. So what you need to do, just look at that. It is it is less costly, and then again, we also find that you can easily interact with so many people and be able to measure how many people are following you, how many people are live right now watching this. So these are some of the things that you need to do. On the other side, the question that I did ask, how much does it cost to just have a one paragraph of 1,000 words on newspaper when you're advertising something? How much does it cost? You'll find it costs a lot as compared to digital marketing. Just to mention a few, guys, when you're talking about search engine marketing, that is one thing that I'm going to show you just in a few on what I mean when I say search engine marketing on digital space. And then social media, it involves either on Facebook or on Instagram that you did mention before, on some of the things that you need to put up so that you can be in a position to get the best out of that social media platform. So again, display and then content, and then we have email marketing. So when you are talking about search engine, this basically means paying for adverts to appear on search engine. Search engine is example as a Google search, and then also we have different search engines. And then the second thing is social media. You are using the social networks to gain traffic, attention, and reach new people. And when you are talking about display marketing, we are trying to see how best do you advertise on online platform on multiple websites. So you find either you are on Jumia and then you find an ad of DSTV following you up on Jumia. So that is a display ad. It's trying to display that particular site on a different platform. And then also we have content marketing. Is where you create and share different types of content as blog posts, video, guides, infographics, among others. And then on email, here is where you collect, and we are going to see how do you collect emails to get the best out of it. And I want to walk you through one particular tool that I've just mentioned, that is search engine marketing. And then we can now go to the practical part of it. And then lastly, we'll come and discuss how best do we do what? Do we use the social media platform? So I see some of the responses uh, coming in. So keep them coming in, and we'll be able to proceed. So how do you sign up to Google Ads? At times you'll hear people say PPC, that is pay per click. Some people say SEM, that is search engine marketing. So log into your Google account as usual. And now once you sign up, you can easily click on campaigns and then start a campaign. I'm going to show you in a few on how to do this, and you'll be in a position to just start. And the good thing, I started with Google My Business. So from Google My Business listing, you can easily now proceed to Google Ads. How do you now create your first ad? I'm going to walk you step by step on this, and we are going to see practically how are you supposed to create that. As the first thing as a business, you need to set a goal. Your goal is to get the best out of that particular platform. So do you want to build brand awareness? Do you want to get lead generation? Do you want to have more sales or more visits to your website? Just define your goal at a moment before you start selling ads. The second thing, decide where you want to advertise. Where do you want to advertise? Is it only Nairobi? Is it within this radius? Is it outside Kenya? Is it outside the continent? Be very precise, and then create your message. What message do you have? And then set up a budget cap. What budget are you looking up for? And then the last thing, you go live. So when you're talking about tell us your goal, what goal do you want to have? Do you want to have calls? Do you want to increase visits to your store? Do you want to drive traffic to your website? Be precise and let us know about your goal. When we are talking about reach, here we are looking at where you can see the ad reach. So the way you define your reach, you'll be able to see how many people am I able to reach out to. And then also create your message. I will show you how to do that. Set a budget cap. What budget are you supposed to set? You now ask yourself, within 1 month, how much do I want to do it? So kindly just make sure that you have everything in place, and you'll be in a position to now go to the last stage of going live. Before I go to the last discussion for the day, guys, I would want all of you to do this. Just take a break and look at what I'm going to share. I said I'm going to show you what search engine marketing is, and then I'm going also to walk you through how to set up an ad. And just make sure you pay attention to some of the links that my moderator Evans Rabare is posting on the chat. Be able to fill in the certificate form so that we can appreciate all of you, and out of that we will be able to just appreciate all of you who managed to join us. Confirm that you can see my screen. And the first thing you remember when I was doing a search here, let me now say I'm looking for mobile phones in Nairobi. Mobile phones in Nairobi or in Kenya. The moment I do that search, you see what comes on my result is a lot of Google Maps, and this is GMB listing. There are so many, and you can see mobile phones. We do not have an ad running here yet because this is a very general term. But if let me go for tours and travel, best tours and travel company, best tours and travels company. Again, you will see maps come first because the Google My Business, and then you can easily see the top 10 and all these others coming up. So whatever usually happens, if you see an ad, you'll see an AD. Let me just try cheap flights. You know, with flights, yes, you'll never miss an ad. So when you see AD here, which means these are flights. So the owner of this particular site did do what we refer as search engine marketing so that they can appear first. For the first results that I was doing about the tours, those were just search engine optimization. They appear first without any marketing. So this is what we refer as search engine marketing. So when you see AD, and then when you look at the other side, you'll find this is now where the Google My Business is. So you can easily see the owner of Google My Business with cheap flights also has done what we refer as search engine marketing. So if you get him here and then go on the right hand side, you'll also get him here, and he has linked his Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, and Twitter. So you can be in a position to see how many sites can I get to this particular business. I was to show you how to go about this. And you remember when I was just doing the listing, I did show you some of them. And I just want to give you an example. Here, let me say I'm looking at Auto Express Garden City. This is something that I just want to show you how to link it to the ads. So if this is your GMB listing that is verified, how do you now go to the ads? You scroll down and then come to create an ad. Click on it. It will now open a Google Ads account for you. So this is a shortcut. The way you already have a Google My Business, you can come to Google Ads. And here it will now prompt you to, if you do not have an account, you see up here, it's my account. I'll be able now to connect. Do you want to get more calls? This is why we say you specify your goal. Do you want to get sites to your website? Or do you want to get visits to your location? So you are trying to tell Google what you want to achieve. So let me say I just want to get more website sales and signups. So I'll go next and then be in a position to enter my website. It will be optimized. So if you have a website, let me say I'll include my website here. For example, I'll just use Africa 118, and then I go to next. It will scan, learn about it, and then pick the best out of that. And then out of that, I'll be now able to start creating my ad. So the steps that I was talking about, it will now suggest to me. So thanks come here. Now you can easily say, do you want to see it on a desktop view? And this is how it will appear on a mobile view. So you can easily see, this is how it is going to appear, and this is how it will appear on mobile. 80% of people view our things on mobile. So I'll just come on the mobile view and be able to see how will they look at it, and it looks good. So I'll scroll down, come to next, and now be able to get now to create my ad. So I'll say authentic Ethiopian restaurant. So it's giving you examples. How do you want it to appear? Let us just assume this is what we are using. For the sake of time, I'll just say delicious Ethiopian cuisine. And then I'll also say the second headline. You need also to create a second headline. It will show you the second headline. And then after the second headline, you now need to have a third headline. After having the third, also you need to describe. So the description, the way it is, you are typing in here on the right hand side, you'll see the way it is going to look like on a mobile phone. And then also description number 2 will be there. So when you're running ads, you need to check all these are filled in. And the good thing, it is going to show you step by step on how to go about it. Here is where you need to enter your mobile phone number, because you remember we say the phone numbers, people usually pay attention to that. And then show your location on the ad. Do you want to see location on your ad? Yes or no? So if you want to check it, you can check it or uncheck it. And then you press next, and you'll be in a position to just add keywords. And here is where you can easily, for those who do not know how to get keywords, I'm going to show you in our next presentation, and then you'll be able to go to next. and then just look at the radius. I asked, where do you want to market? Do you want it to be Ruaka, at the river? Advertise near address. So when it is near address, I will say what radius. Am I going to do 40 kilometer radius? You can see the coverage here. And then you scroll down, tap next, then you'll be in a position to set up a budget. Here's now where you can set it, enter manually, so that you can easily fluctuate. How much dollars do you want to use in a month? So if it's your first time, try to say I'm going to use $10, that is 1,000 bob, and press next. And then you'll be in a position just to review the ad, and then if you've never linked it up to a card, you can now press next, and it will now prompt you to link the card and have your campaign set up. So here is where it will be. If you have a promotional code, you can. If it's an organization, you can enter it, enter card details, billing, and submit. Once you do that, that's just a process that I needed to show you. You'll be able to just see how best you can create that. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us now to go to how to use social media. And this is the last thing that I want us to share today. And one thing that I'm going to show you is how best do you market using social media. I know I've taken you to a lot, and when you're talking about social media, you need to pay attention to what audience are you targeting. So when you're planning your digital marketing strategy, ask yourself, who are my audience? Where am I going to market? What am I going to do? Out of that, now you'll be able to get the Google My Business, go run your ads, you're able to appear, set a budget, and you'll be able to go live. How do you leverage on social media and channels to do your marketing? So which social media are you supposed to use? The first thing, every time I start, I ask everyone, what is your goal? Do you want to get more sales? Do you want to add value to your brand? Do you want to improve your marketing skills? So just ask yourself, do I want to pay for it, or do I want a free one? If it is free, you'll only reach to your followers and the friends of your followers. And if it is paid, it can also reach people outside your your follower zone. So always, when you are going on social media, ask yourself, how do I get started? Am I going to identify my target audience first? Then should I now go to which particular platform? So if my target audience are in Nairobi, in this particular area of my business location, what profession are they in? What are their interests online? Where are they online? What time are they usually online, so that you can get it best? Then choose the particular social media channel that you want to use. And then lastly, post engaging content regularly. Always use photos, videos. You remember when we were doing the search, I was going through all the images, the news, the videos, so that you can have all that when people are going to try it out. When you do that, you will now achieve that. And just as a bonus tip, you can also link it with an email marketing. So when you are using email, ask yourself, how do I get started with email marketing? Am I going to use a free platform, which is MailChimp, or are you going to use a paid one? We have also Mail Kitchen, we have Drip, and also we have some like Active Campaign. Those are some of the platforms that you can check it out. And before you go the way of email, build your relevant list of emails first. The moment they read your message, I know a very good constructed message will make sense to you, as opposed to somebody who is referring to you as everyone, and yet Somebody is referring to you as a madam and you are a man. So try to be very precise with people so that they will know this particular certificate was meant for them. And then keep it simple and make sure you personalize their emails. It feels good if Kenya, you find that the president has written an email to you and he has mentioned you by name. It will feel great and you'll feel appreciated, as opposed to just saying, "Hi, sir." And then when you say, "I got an invite from the president to go to the State House," he did refer to me as sir. If you check it with your friend, you find that the friend also was referred to as sir, which means it was a bulk email. Just refer to them as by their names. They will feel better. And then just some tips, and then I will now give you the bonus tip. Segment the group of the list. So if they are youths, if they are middle age, if they are elderly, know which segment are you dealing with. Keep it simple and test it. Test it, send it to 2 or 3 devices as tablets and mobiles, and you'll be in a position to get the best. Out of that, measure and open the click rate. How do you measure it? And how people are they going to react to your message? If you have any questions, keep them coming. My moderator Evans will be just responding to them, and I'll be glad to see how best you can get out of this particular webinar. So as I said before, don't fail to fill out the certificate form, and also remember to share with us on our social media pages. My moderator is going to put that on the screen and you'll be able to get the best out of it. So as the bonus tip, how do you now get to the marketing tools garage? And this is a tool that I'm just going to share with you and then wrap it up until our next webinar, which will be next week. Same time, same place. So when you want to get the marketing tools available, ladies and gentlemen, just type here, think with Google. Test my site, think with Google. Once you enter, tap the first option. And it will take you to test your domain. So here's where you enter your email, your website, and you'll be able to understand the speed of your site. And if you want now to get access to all the marketing tools, you now just type test my site and then be able to get to the marketing tools that I'm talking about. So this is a bonus tip that I'm getting, and in our next webinar, I'll be in a position to just share with you some of the marketing tools that are available. So when I talk about marketing tools, you'll see how best can you get to the marketing tools that are free and available to you as a business. I have been your trainer, Wanjala John, and I've been joined in with my colleague Evans Rabare, and just to share with you some of the links that are very important, where I know this has been a 1-hour session where you can go ahead and study more and just get the best out of this particular webinar. And I'll be glad that you've improved your business from one stage to another. So sign up to that particular learndigital.with google.com/digital skills/courses. Sign up, be able to get variety of courses that we offer, and you'll be able to get the best out of it. And then also follow us on our social media handles. That is Digital Skills App on Twitter and also on Instagram. Digital Skills app, and also on Facebook we are at Digital Skills for Africa. So once you do that, we'll be able to get to get information about us, and you'll be glad to see it. So thank you very much, guys, for joining us. It has been a great pleasure to have all of you here, and do remember to keep safe and sanitize and maintain social distance. Thank you, and God bless you.